Is empathy obvious in sales marketing? Some might say yes. Others might say, what do you mean? Something touchy-feely? Well, I just finished recording a webinar and I wanted to share a few observations. And really quick, this is why empathy is important. We have more ways of reaching our customers. We have more channels. We have more content than ever before. But actually connecting with our customers, really connecting with them has never been harder. I believe empathy is a superpower. It's a superpower for sellers and marketers to connect, to actually understand another person's feeling and experience. And so Antonio Damasio, he talked about we aren't thinking machines that feel, we're feeling machines that think. And what he meant by that is that, we make our decisions. His research showed every decision we make is grounded in emotion, every single one. It's simple, right? Be more empathetic. Well, there was a study done, and the gist of it is this: it was done by Professor Hattula. He's a professor of marketing in London. He did a study of 480 experienced marketing managers to see, will their empathy allow them to connect with their customers better? And they did research with customers, and the goal was they gave them a series of offers. They collected this data, so they already knew what the customers would say before the marketers used their empathy to pick which offer they felt would be most appealing to the customer. Now, do you think the marketers applying their empathy did better or worse? It's kind of a trick question. Turns out they did worse. And I've been telling people to be more empathetic, and it turns out that be more empathetic is not enough. You know why? The marketers failed because they saw things from their own preferences and their own bias. In other words, they used empathy thinking they were thinking like their customer, but they weren't. They were thinking about themselves. It was about them. It was about their ego. The other thing that's crazy is that the more empathetic the marketer felt they were being, the more they ignored data that would have pointed them in the direction of what the customer would have chosen. So the takeaway is this: just by knowing this, that we have our bias, and when we're trying to connect with others, helps us do better because we have awareness. You can't fix something you can't see. And it's not actually about fixing it, it's just having awareness. And Hattula found that when we're aware of our biases, we do better. So hope you found this helpful. This is just one of the reflections I had after doing the webinar. And have a great day.